Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2018 and I know I'm a little bit late, but I took some time off, which was super necessary, and now I'm feeling really recharged and ready to start filming some new videos for you. So for today's video, I thought I would do one of the crowd-pleasing favorites, also one of my favorite ones to film, and that is my favorites video. So this will be for the month of December. I kept a running list of all the things I was really loving for the month, and this is what I came up with. So first on my list is this amazing ski sweatshirt from J. Crew. I love to ski. I learned later in life, actually about 3 years ago, but it's one of my favorite things to do. And because I love skiing so much and I also like to shop, I have accumulated a little bit of a problem, if you ask me, of ski sweaters and ski sweatshirts. I have a whole drawer dedicated to it and I couldn't resist this one. Next on my list is this ridiculously comfortable, super cozy Pottery Barn blanket. I didn't realize when I bought it how much I would actually love it. It was for a sponsored post that I did with Pottery Barn, and I knew it was gonna look really cute in my apartment, but I didn't realize just how much I would be obsessed with it. And as obsessed as I am, I think the dogs are actually more obsessed with it. I leave it out on the couch when I leave the apartment, and every time I come home, the two of them are always super snuggled up on it. It is going to be a game changer this winter. I just know it. Okay, the next item on my list is also something that is going to help me survive the winter months, and that is this pair of red slippers from Land's End. This was actually a gift from my boyfriend's parents, and I put them on right away on Christmas morning. They're super, super comfortable, and they actually look more like a loafer, so you know, you don't look too casual, and if you need to run outside really quick, you can with the traction. I walk the dogs a couple of times in these, but they are super comfortable. Also love the red. They go with all my plaid pajamas, which was perfect for the whole month of December. Speaking of my boyfriend's parents, his mom got me absolutely addicted to peppermint tea. It's caffeine free, which is really what I need in the middle of the afternoon when I don't want to feel super hyped up on caffeine or get that jittery feeling. It's really wonderful just to heat up a mug of water and steep a tea bag. This stuff is just the best and feels super Christmassy, but will also be great through the rest of the winter. Fifth on my list is actually a New Year's resolution that I wanted to do last January, if you watched the video that I did with my friend Danielle, and that is to journal more. It took me pretty much all year to get around to journaling, but now that I'm doing it, I'm absolutely hooked on it, and it just took a few days to get in the habit. I probably will end up doing a YouTube video on how I journal. If you're interested, let me know in a comment below. So to get started, I've been using this little jotter notepad, which is from my friends in New Orleans. They have a little shop called the Grove Street Press. Super cute paper goods, and love this one with the little knots on it, and it's been perfect for my journaling. I love to read, and for the whole month of December, I dedicated a lot more time than usual to reading, so I got through some amazing books that I definitely wanted to share with you guys. The first is The City Baker's Guide to Country Living, and this I got from a press mailing. And I was super intrigued because right on the front, it's a quote from Bon Appetit, and it says, "Super cozy, okay, it's Gilmore Girls." I'm totally sold if that's the way the book is described, and it really was such a wonderful, cozy, quick winter read. And then an author that I've been dying to read recently has been Celeste Ng, and I finally picked up her books at Barnes & Noble, and the first one I read in like one day was Everything I Never Told You. It was such a well-written book, and I was super emotional throughout it. I cried like 3 times at minimum. Highly, highly recommend. There's a lot of hype around this book, and sometimes I feel like books can not live up to that expectation, but this one passed it. I'm also a huge fan of John Green. I love his novels, even if they are meant for a younger audience. I still find them super entertaining. And this one is one that I've been wanting to read for a while. It's Turtles All the Way Down. Also read this one in practically a day. I sat down and pretty much didn't put it down. It's not my favorite book of his, but I thought it was super well written as well, and just a great story and something that I think a lot of teens can understand and relate to. Okay, the next thing on my list is something that you might actually recognize if you watched my video where I danced with the Rockettes, and that is my new pair of Nike sneakers. These aren't really sneakers that I would necessarily do high intensity workouts in or like run in really, but they're perfect for sort of banging around or running errands or just wearing with athletic clothes. They're super cute, and I've never really been a fan of black sneakers because sometimes I think they look too bulky, but I love how thin these are and they really just fit the foot perfectly. I have been a fan of Lily Pulitzer prints for as long as I can remember, and growing up in Florida, I had no shortage of shift dresses. So you can imagine my excitement when I found out that Lily and S'well bottles, which are one of my favorite brands of water bottles, were collaborating on a special series of bottles for the winter. And they sold out in about 20 minutes online. I was one of the crazy people ready to go at my computer. I ended up getting all 3 prints. And then after they were sold out online, I rushed down to Greenwich and bought the last bottle that they had in the store. So I gave away 3 on my Instagram account. If you don't follow my Instagram, you should. Plug, plug, plug. And I kept this one for myself. This was definitely my favorite print, and I've been carrying it with me to the gym pretty much nonstop. Okay, second to last on my list of favorite things for the month of December is actually something I discovered through a sponsored post. I am so fortunate and grateful to get to work with amazing brands that I love, and one of the most fun things about that is that I get to try new products that I might not have reached for otherwise. So the sponsored post was for this concentrate, which is supposed to help reduce lines. And I'm kind of skeptical whenever something says like wrinkle reducing because I find that they're typically more gimmick than anything else. But I decided to give it a try because I love the brand Kiehl's. And after about 2 weeks of using this product, I realized just how amazing it is. It really does a great job at reducing lines. But in addition, the vitamin C helps even out coloring, it helps smooth your skin in general, and I could feel a difference literally within 2 weeks, and now I've been using it I think about 7 or 8 weeks, and I've used it every morning, every night. I put it on my neck, I put it on my chin, I put it on my, what are these things called? Put it on my crow's feet, put it on this horrible line that I have across my forehead. It's like my biggest pet peeve skin-wise for me, and I have noticed a difference, and I love using this stuff. Last but not least is the soundtrack to Dear Evan Hansen. Guys, I went and saw the musical with my mom, my sister, my dad while they were visiting me in the first weekend of December, and I fell in love with the musical. I'm a huge fan of Broadway, so you know, I pretty much like any Broadway show that I go to, but this one is definitely in like the top 5 favorites. The soundtrack, every time I listen to it, I love it more and more. And sometimes I get emotional, sometimes I sit in my car and I want to cry, but it's amazing. And if you haven't seen the musical yet and you get the chance to, I highly recommend going to see it. Okay, so that's everything that I loved for the month of December that at least I could remember for the video. But I'll be back next month with my favorites from January. In the meantime, if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up or leave a comment with one of your favorite things from the month. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already.